It would make sense that the dating landscape can be affected by the economic outlook. And did you know we are in a bit of a romance recession? It's hitting Gen Z hardest. Hello to Emily Zekonis, Raisin personal finance expert and Gen Zer herself, here to share a fresh perspective on this romance recession. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you? Thank you.
Doing great. Thanks so much for being part of the show. And I love that you have both perspectives. You have a finance background
Mhm.
and you're in the demo, Gen Z. How is inflation changing how Gen Z feels about dating norms?
Inflation overall is really redefining what even just feels affordable. So it's not just about Gen Z really skipping out on those fancy, expensive first date dinner dates. Even things like grabbing a casual coffee or a casual drink can really feel like a costly burden. Over time, those small expenses of going out multiple times can really add up and really impact your finances. So inflation is really causing Gen Z to kind of think twice before they're going out on a date.
Okay, so it sounds like this could be, it's not a good thing when you have to think twice in terms of finance, but at the same time, maybe it is becoming more about quality rather than quantity. So you're not saying yes to
Mhm.
all these dates. You're going to pick the one that's right for you.
Exactly. I think we're a little bit more intentional, not just with our money, but maybe with the time that we're spending with people.
Right. And so is dating turning into a bit of a luxury? Would you just define it in that way?
I wouldn't say that dating is quite becoming a luxury. I would say, if anything, as I kind of mentioned, Gen Z is really refining what dating looks like. So it's less about what the bill is at the end of the night, and it's more about the time that you were able to carve out and the time that you spent on someone else. It can look a little bit more casual, a little bit more just like socializing. A date can be anything from spending time hanging out in a park, seeking out a free concert, or even just going over to a friend's apartment to hang out in a large group. It's not all just about that one-on-one time or how much you're spending.
Emily, I know no one likes financial stress. How is that sort of cloud of financial stress, which I know a lot of Gen Zers experience because of the current economic times,
Mhm.
how does that change traditional milestones for Gen Z?
Definitely. So I would say that financial milestones, the traditional ones, in the sense of maybe buying a home, getting married, having children, they're really being pushed back with, student loan debt and rising costs of housing. It really can be difficult to even think about doing those things in your 20s. It's not that Gen Z doesn't want to achieve these things, it's just they're prioritizing financial stability first, so that eventually down the line they can feel really confident in the decisions that they're making when it comes to large traditional life choices and life events.
Okay, so I heard about this new term called loud budgeting. I think I can grasp what this means, but will you define it for us and how it shows up in dating?
Of course. So, loud budgeting is really just being upfront about your finances. And dating, this can show up maybe when a partner invites you to an expensive event. Practicing loud budgeting in this situation would be, me saying, right now that doesn't fit into my budget, but why don't we do this activity instead? Something that's maybe more budget friendly and more realistic right now. This can really help actually in dating because it's kind of normalizing talking about money overall, so that you're not, very far into a relationship and then having to have that really tough financial conversation. It's really helpful and really important to be upfront and honest very early on in the relationship when it comes to finances, because that will impact a ton of other decisions that you make as a couple.
Emily, we've got to wrap things up, but I'm just
Mhm.
curious if you can give me a quick yes or no. Do you think these habits are going to stick with Gen Z as your generation gets older and earns more?
100%. Even I think as income and salaries rise, once you go through a financial hardship very young, that stays with you. It shows discipline and teaches you different lessons. So I think for sure we'll be carrying this money mindset forward.
Thank you so much. Love talking with you today, Emily. Really appreciate your time. Good stuff.
Thank you.